Okay, so I've got this article here. Seems to have blown up in the world news. It's from the Telegraph in London. It's been published over here by Stuff. I think there's quite a few things wrong with it. In fact, I'm going to go through it and read it now, highlight the really incorrect things, and then I'll give you my version or the other side of the story. So I've highlighted some of the important things I think that we should talk over in this article. And the very first line is where it starts. The article states, "Men are no longer the brains and loins behind affairs as women drive a rise in infidelity." So when has it required brains to be not faithful to your partner? And I think if we look at another point of view, if we're looking at the man cheating, we wouldn't be complimenting on his brain power. In fact, it's more likely to take a role of we're going to be blaming him for breaking apart the family. Why did he go and do this? The next part of this article I'd like to talk about is a whole paragraph, and it's around about the middle of the article, and I'll just read it out to you. As women increasingly find financial independence and confidence, they are realizing, usually in their 40s, that what's missing in their lives is passion. With the children growing up and their partner's testosterone levels dropping, many find their libido is reawoken, even if they don't feel as good naked as they did 2 decades earlier. So what do I think is wrong with this, or what do I think is the other perspective of this? So when I read this statement, it sounds to me a little bit like a process of rationalizing. So the person, perhaps the writer, is trying to make sense of why it happened. And some of that, making sense of it, most of that sounds like it's quite externalized. So it's not actually my fault it happened, because I feel guilty about it, and then if I externalize it, I can blame others and I don't have to take responsibility. I don't have to feel guilty about it anymore. So if we talk about the partner's testosterone level going down, I think that's a gradual process from about 30 plus for a man, and it's sounding more like these aren't the words describing this gradual process. This is the words that it's dropping, and it's part of the reason that the affair happened. And I think that it's the lack of pursuit, not the testosterone level. So I'm no longer getting asked at times when I want it. And the kids have left home, and the point is, I guess the most important point is not whose fault is this, but it's about having a conversation about how you're feeling and talking with your partner and saying, hey, I miss you. And we haven't had sex in a while, if that's the case. And sparking things up is also that conversation about what is it that you want. Talk about what you want. But it's really interesting, this idea also is, I wonder, the financial independence and confidence, and I wonder whether this is something that leads to confidence. I don't think it is. I think that, doing something like this is going to make you feel worse, ultimately make you feel a lot worse. And so this article really finishes down here, and in the bottom couple of paragraphs, it starts with the question, so why do my married friends cheat? And I think would we even ask that question if it was a man? Would we accept the answers of looking at studies and looking at his testimony as to what was missing from his marriage, which was perhaps physical contact? Is that a justification to go out and cheat? And probably from a perspective, most people are going to say, no, he shouldn't have done it. You know, he should have talked to it. There's lots of options. He could have gone to counselling. So he gets the blame there. And then the final part of this article really goes on to promote the idea of affairs for women. I'll read the final sort of statements, which is, opportunity is also greater than previous generations. The internet makes it easier to find other interested parties. Intimacy and impersonal nature of the web turns infidelity into kind of marital incision. If you want to cheat, you can do so quickly and tidily. It needn't leave a scar. Cheating is also free. Well, almost. For some women, there is guilt. I think a relationship is based off honesty. And cheating is the opposite of honesty. So cheating is not only the physical sex part, but it's also lying. It's also keeping it hidden. And so what have you got if you're lying and hiding things from your partner? I mean, is that a relationship that you want to be in? I think that isn't free. I think that's a real cost, is that you haven't got this person. So often we go out into the world and we have to pretend to be something that we're not. And if we have to pretend when we come home, if we don't have a close relationship with someone that we want to share everything with, we want to share our life with, we want to share our dreams, our ideas, this is the whole foundation of the relationship. I can't understand how, that cheating is nothing. Cheating is that deception that undermines the entire relationship. Really, that last statement in this article does not gel with me at all. Well, thanks for watching the video. I hope you got something out of it, and I really want you to click the subscribe button. Please do that, because you got this far during the video, and it's really important that I get subscribers. So thank you. Click there.